Welcome back to Let Us Learn to Lead video series on free open source software prepared by M. Srinivasan, Training Associate Mathematics, Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, Zonal Institute of Education and Training, Mumbai. Self-learning contents in video form and GeoGebra dynamic mathematics software is presented at this video series. To view the contents, you may join Google Classroom by using the class code 73AUMBO. In this video, you will learn designing worksheet to construct parallelograms using sliders. For preparing this video lecture, I used Windows 10 operating system, GeoGebra 5.0, a free open source software, and free open source screen recorder software. Let us start. Let me show you what type of worksheet we are going to prepare. We are going to construct a parallelogram using a slider. For example, I have constructed a parallelogram. Now you remember the length, width and angle are under your control now. Therefore, by moving the length, by changing the width, by changing the angle, you can convert this parallelogram into a rhombus. You can convert this parallelogram into a rectangle, or you can convert the parallelogram into a square, and you can go on visualize or explore the properties of these parallelograms, parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle and square in a single worksheet. For example, here I have put the width as, for example, 7, and I will make this angle as 90 degrees. Okay, carefully. Now a child can understand. Now this is a rectangle. Now after this, now I can tell the angles now, the sides now, the diagonals now, and how the diagonal bisect each other and so on. I can explore. Now I can convert it. For example, this alpha I will convert it into some other angle and then make this also a 6 and tell the children that this is a kind of rhombus where the lengths are equal and how the rhombus behaves. What are the sides and what is the length of the diagonal and what is the diagonal bisect each other and diagonal when they are orthogonal. Like that we can go and tell so many things to them. Now the same thing you can convert this by converting it into 90 degrees and then making this both of them as equal, 6 and 6. Now you can explore the properties of a square. Therefore, by simply constructing a parallelogram using slider where you have a control over length, breadth and one of the angles, you can explore the different types of parallelograms with the children. Let us try to construct this dynamic worksheet from scratch. For that, I have selected GeoGebra Classic 5 worksheet with geometry view. And in the option rounding off, I think you can have anything, either 1 decimal place or 2 decimal place. Let me have it as 1 decimal place and then option as labeling of new objects only. I want sliders now. First, let me go to the slider. I think already I have discussed this slider in the previous video. You can have either a number or you can have an angle or you can have an integer. Let me go to the integer now. Let me start with 1. Let me have it up to 10 and increment as 1. Now this I can have any name. Let me give the name as length. I want to fix the length from 1 to 10 only. You can have any number from any number to any number, but I am just fixing it as 1 to 10. I am just clicking OK. Now by moving it, now the length can be increased from 1 to 10 by me. Again I will have one more slider of the same integer. Again from 1 to 10, I will name it as width or breadth, whatever you want. Width, I will just call it as width. Well, let me put it over here. You can change the color also if you want. By right clicking it, go to the object properties and then do the necessary changes. Okay. Now I want angle now in the slider. I want angle. For that automatically it takes alpha. Let me not take it as 0 degrees. I will have it as 1. And let me have it as up to 180 or 90, whatever maybe. I think in a parallelogram maximum we can have up to 90 only. Therefore, it is better to have it as 90 so that we can directly get that 90 very quickly. Okay, and now I will click it as OK. Okay, this can be moved now. Okay, now let me start drawing a parallelogram. Now first I will go for a parallelogram, and then I with this length, by changing the length, width and all, na, then I can go for changing it as per my convenience. Okay, let me go for line segment of the given length. Touch it, it will ask what is the length you want. I will write length. Okay, okay. Now I have got it as the length now. Now I want to just have one angle for it now. Therefore, for that I will just go to this angle with the given size B, A. Here I think already you know it, what you have to do it. I will take alpha as the angle. Okay, I think okay. I will take this as alpha. Okay. Now alpha I got. I think you can draw it or you can leave it as you want. Okay. Okay. Now I think you can have the ray over here. I think the ray is over here. Now by changing this alpha, I can move it anywhere I want. Okay. Let me remove this. Let me go on like this. Okay. Okay, now suppose if you want to have more than 180 also, you can have it. But as I told you earlier, we are having a parallelogram at 90, 90, 90, 90. That is enough. Therefore, I have fixed it at that one. Okay. Well, now we are carefully, we have to go for this angle B. For that, I am going to this angle with the given size. I will take this A, I will touch this B. And I know that what is the property of angle A and angle B in a parallelogram. Their summation is always 180 degrees. Therefore, here what I will do is I will type 180 degrees minus alpha. Therefore, their addition should be more than that. Therefore, I am just clicking it. Okay, now I think we have done a mistake. What is the mistake? I think all of you know that. We have to touch that A, touch that B, and it should be 180 degrees minus alpha. Don't repeat that mistakes once again. I think we have not done it. You have to take it clockwise. Okay, I'm clicking it. Okay. Now you see 71 plus 109 is always 180. Okay. Now let me go for this ray also. I will go for this ray. This ray is also I got, and I will remove this. Okay. Now I have got the two sides, that is two sides I have got. Now I want the point C. For that is nothing but the width. Therefore, I will take this circle with the center and radius. I will touch it. It will ask the radius, but now I want the radius as width because I want that BC should be the width. Okay, I will clicking OK. Now it touches at a point. I will find the point of intersection of these two. Okay, that is happen to be C. Now I can show object. I can remove it now. Okay, now the C you have got now. Now we have to go for getting the parallel line for this AB through this C. Yes, you got that D now for point of intersection. Again you go for it. This line and this line. Okay, you got D now. D also you got. Well, ABC. Now go to this polygon. Please note down the steps. We have just found that C. From that we have drawn the parallel line so that we know that there are two pairs of parallel sides and equal sides are there in a parallelogram. We are just making use of that idea only. I am bringing this A down to make it little bit catchy, and then bring this inside, and then I don't want this line, therefore show the object. Okay, then show the object. Okay, sorry. Okay, then show the object and then show the object. Okay, well I got this now. Now you remember this cannot be moved. Now when I move this length, it is moving now. When I move the breadth also it moves, and when I move the angle also it moves now. Okay, okay. Now here I think this side also, I think if you want to show it to the children, they will enjoy it better because they should know actually what it is. This is 6 and the second one is 5. Okay, now therefore the length and width are 5 and this one. Okay, now you got it now. Okay, now let us try to get more ideas about it now. Okay, well, now the other two angles, suppose if you want to check the properties of a parallelogram, we want to have the other two angles also, therefore go for it. Angle A, touch D, touch C. Oh, this also 98. Touch it, you touch it. Okay, touch D, touch, sorry, 1 minute, go for this angle, touch D, touch C, and then touch B. Okay, you know the property of opposite angle, properties of adjacent angle, and so on. So these properties are getting satisfied. Then you were having a property of diagonals always. Okay, therefore I will join first diagonal AC and then I will join diagonal B. Okay, now what you can do to the children, you can show them actually what are the angles now. Therefore in the text I am writing only one of them so that to avoid wastage of time over there. In symbol, now you can go for this basic symbol. Here you are having the angle. For angle A is equal to, here it is beta. Therefore from the object you take beta. Okay, then you click OK. Like this you can have angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D, and again you can show it to the children and you can ask them to just pull it and then change the angle and then check whether the angle is changing. Now they can verify the angle properties of a parallelogram. Then they have to verify the property of diagonals. Okay, now object property, I will go for this object property. Now normally you know that this object property, I think it has come over here. If it 1 minute, I will, if it comes here, then you see it has come in the left side, or you can put it on the right side, wherever you want you can put it. Actually it is actually these properties of them. Normally it will be in the left side, sometime it may be on the right side. You see I have put it on the right side. You can pull it and push it on the right side. It depends on, as per your convenience you can have it. Okay, well, now this one I want the value of it. I will just little bit expand it. I want the value of it. Okay, it is a 9.2. Similarly the second one I want the value of it. You want show the label and then the value of it. Okay, it is 6.1. okay, one is 9.2, another is 6.1. Okay, and now you see sometime what will happen in certain parallelogram, the diagonals are equal, but here the diagonal bisect each other. I will just show you one of them. Now you can show it to the children also. You see, let us see what is the variable fixed over here. I think 9.2 and 6.1, J and K. J and K. AC is J. Therefore what you have to do now, here when you are want to tell the children that what are the diagonals, you have to type over here AC is equal to, you have to take that J. Okay, see 9.2 it is coming over here. You can put it over here, and again you can go for BD is equal to, I think the variable fixed is K. Okay, then you can put K. Okay, now you can, by changing the length, width and angle, automatically the diagonal also changes. Whether it is a square or rectangle, you can tell them that this is the speciality of the diagonal. Now I will show you only one of the midpoints of the diagonal. For example, they meet at a point. Okay, diagonal number 1 I will touch, and then diagonal number 2 I touch. They meet at E. Now I want to tell them that what is the connection between AE. For example, AE and EC. Is it okay? Now I think all of you know that this will be equal. You see 4.6, 4.6. They are L and M. Okay, I will come back to geometry. I will go for this AB, and I am typing only AE, and remaining I think you can, all of you can do it. AE is equal to L. From the object you have to select L, then click OK. AE you have got, and similarly CE is equal to, from the object you have to take M and then keep it over here. Okay, these also both are 4.6 and 4.6. Okay, I think it is angles are shown, the diagonals are shown, and the diagonals, how the pieces of it, I mean diagonal meet from the point where they meet, AE, EC, and similarly you can show them the DE, BE also you can show it. Okay, I'm just leaving it to you. Okay, well, now what you can do is after this, now this is a parallelogram. You ask the children to note down the properties of a parallelogram. What is the angle property? What is the diagonal property? Now, slowly you can convert this into a rhombus. I think you can convert it by changing this also as 7 and this also as 7. Now you can tell them that 7, 7, 7 everywhere. Now ask them to just check the properties of a rhombus. Then after that, what you do is simply change it into, for example, this is 6, then change it into 90 degrees, exactly 90 degrees. Now ask them, what is the property now? What is the property of a rectangle? You see, diagonals are equal, the diagonal bisect each other, every angle is 90 degrees, like that. Then by simply changing both of them as 6 and 6, for example, 6 and 6. Now you tell them that what is this figure? This figure is once again a square. In that square, what actually happens now? Like that, you can go on, ask them to explore by simply changing the length, the width, and the angle. You can explore what is the nature of that particular parallelogram and what are its properties, angle property, maybe alternate angle property and consecutive angle property, opposite angles property, and then sum of the angle property, and the length of the diagonal property, and the diagonal bisect each other or not. Like that, you can go on explore it. Not only that, one more thing what you can do is by simply clicking this area, you can simply click it. Then you can ask them to find the area also. For example, area, when I am changing it, you see, this is the area, this is the area of the square. Suppose if I convert it into a parallelogram, you can ask them to find the area of a parallelogram. If it is being converted into a rhombus, then you can ask them to find the area of the rhombus also. Now area can be displayed here. I think already I have discussed it in one of the videos. The area will be normally stored in Q1 because it takes it as a quadrilateral one. Therefore, I am just taking it as area is equal to Q1. Okay, now I am going on changing it. Suppose if I change this, you see area also changes, everything changes, angle changes, everything changes. Therefore, by constructing a parallelogram using slider, where I am having a slider for length, a slider for width, both are integers, and a slider for one of the angles, I can construct a parallelogram by moving the length, moving the width, and fixing the angle. I can explore the properties of a parallelogram, properties of a rhombus, properties of a rectangle, and properties of a square. Thank you. Let us learn to lead.